So one minute it was, block any of the trolls, block anybody that's following the trolls, blah, 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 blah. The same exact day, it would be, well, don't block them. And then it would go back to block them, don't block. So basically, every time that she would go live, I wouldn't know what the hell to do. Am I blocking these people or am I not blocking them? So I straight up told her to remove me as a mod. I was done. I did vent to Whack about it. I have told Gabi 5,000 times that she needs to take a break. She needs to remove herself from social media. She needs to keep that baby off the internet. And she doesn't take it. She doesn't care. She does not care. She will not take advice. She will not listen. She will not nothing. So after I played the stuff from Laura, where she's, accusing me of doing this and doing that and doing this and doing that for Gabi, I said, you know what, fuck it. You guys think I'm besties with Gabi. Here's our conversations. This is how shit goes. I was accused of giving Brownie Faith's letter that she wrote for court. And, right there, that part right there, she says I'm not the only one that she's questioning about it. I had Aaron texted me asking how that they had Faith and somebody else's letter. I don't even remember who it was. Ginger, I don't know. Because I've told her multiple times that Aaron's going to end up leaving her. I mean, I'm surprised that he hasn't yet, because how many times is a man going to go to bed alone while his girlfriend's choosing internet drama over him and his child? You know what I mean? So she was like, she says, I said, caught in another lie, so whatever, fuck you, I'm done, don't text or call me. She said, I'm seeing 3 different therapists because I am struggling mentally. I am struggling in my medication. So please, I'm asking you to stop. Just please, let's just drop this, okay? I'm done. I don't want this anymore. I don't want the drama. I'm just done. I'm walking away from everything. I said, no, I'm sure Faith has it, just like Aaron questioned how that they have Faith and Mel's letter. Weird that I never even seen or knew that Mel wrote a letter. She said, because I never told you about Mel's letter. I never told anyone about her letter. I said, okay, you're walking away from everything, and weird, yesterday while jumping around screaming, you kept saying how great you are, how they will never run you off the app, and how Gabi is back. You will never actually walk away from the drama. That's why you fake called the Attorney General after freaking out to me asking if he was really there, saying that you were scared and didn't know what to do. But then you make a joke about it, knowing that that is going to get them going again. Right, again, if you never told me about Mel's letter, how would I have known? How would I have been the one to tell Brownie when I didn't even know that Mel wrote a letter? She then goes live again. And I said, what happened to staying off? Why does everyone have to apologize, but you don't? She says, it was about the vet tech. It wasn't anything else. It was ridiculous. I don't want to talk about it. I said, you don't have to talk about it, Gabi. They do this shit on purpose. Why? To get a reaction. To get you to do exactly what you just did. It's not even about that. Yet again, you were back to being online 24/7, showing your every move in life. Why? If you were in therapy, they would tell you to stay offline because it's a trigger and addiction. After Aaron's birthday, don't be shocked if CPS comes knocking again for essay and neglect. Another thing, why don't you think that Brownie or them have been live? Their attorney and the Attorney General has built a case against you and Aaron, a federal case, because that is a big felony. No joke, big jail time can be taken from you guys. Are you taken because you guys are in jail? And sadly, right now, they will win it. Here's Gabi. Oh well, I don't give a fuck. I need entertainment. She says, what are you talking about? I said, I don't know. I'm sure I spelled it out for you. She said, no, please say it again. Because you're not making any sense. I'm doing everything by the law, reporting my income to Social Security. I'm including Aaron's income and everything, so I don't know what the F everyone is saying that I'm doing so wrong. But yet again, let's believe the people on the internet because they know all about my life. Well, maybe because you actually don't know what I am actually done with Brownie and her police department. So maybe that's why she's not live. But I haven't spoken about that because someone's effing business. And she says live. And I said it has nothing to do with reporting income. And hopes that you, I don't know, can understand it this way. I'm saying you don't have to talk about it. Because I know what they're doing. They do this shit on purpose. They bait you, they bait you, they bait you, they bait you. Fuck, you have even said it yourself. They bait you until they get you to explode like you did last night. Screaming, yelling. I wouldn't necessarily say screaming, I'll say yelling. At 12:30 at night at people that don't fucking matter, people that are on the internet while your son is sleeping. They take that and they put it in their back pocket. There's been a few people that apparently have been in contact with a CPS supervisor to say, hey, look, like this is what she does. This is mentally unstable. And unfortunately, they'll look at it like that. You are letting nobodies get in your head to the point that they aggravate and cause a trigger like that. You have said it yourself, yet this is all the same shit that you went through before. You said that you weren't, you were done, but you're right back to it. So they're right back to it. Apparently, whenever Aaron's birthday was, people had videos of Cam sticking his hand in your boobs and playing with your boobs, and they're saying that made you horny. I know people are going to start reporting, so let's not do that. 2 days later, Gabi, capital letters, stop, periods. Fucking stop. With the I'm pregnant, I might be pregnant bullshit. As a woman who recently lost a baby, it's triggering when you use pregnancy for fucking attention. You're not pregnant or even a chance that you are, being that you are on your period and you just said the other fucking day that you couldn't get pregnant and you were texting Aaron to go get his swimmers checked. Fucking stop, dude. She said, I never said that I was. I just said I never said I was. Just and really, are you fucking kidding me? You stop. Because it's not just only you or other women too. Unlike everybody else, I suffer as well. I am struggling with fucking infertility. I have 2 fucking chronic diseases. If I want to talk about it, I will. No one has to say in my fucking life, so please stay out of my business. I'm sick of it. I'm done. I said, no, I won't stop. I'm watching the fucking live where you say Cam did/said whatever, and you're like, that's weird, maybe I could be. You also make it a point to show the baby items in your house. She said, well, good thing it's my child, not yours. So please just stop. The last time I checked, you're not his mother and you're not my mom, so stay out of my business. And I said, well, guess what, Gabi? Huge news flash. When you make it everybody else's business when you broadcast it online. Read this very slowly so you understand what exactly I've been saying. You need fucking help. Because I didn't even say anything for you to text, he's my kid. I was repeating what you said. Your comprehension level is so low that it is becoming funny. And also, you say, please stop, while being the one to text me at 6 a.m. I'm not the one who goes live, who lives online. Why don't you stop, Gabi? And if you want it to stop becoming everyone's business, stop putting it out there. You want another baby so bad, but you can't even handle the one you got. What the fuck are you going to do with a baby? He can't even keep his hands or his mouth to himself, but you want to bring a baby around? He's had to leave school for biting and hitting. We have watched him attack you and Aaron, now the neighborhood kid. You need to worry about him and getting him in therapy and save the shit, Gabi, because you live online. We all know that he is not in therapy, and at school therapy isn't enough. He needs speech, occupational therapy, behavioral therapy, and if you want him to talk normally and not whine, stop letting him watch that bullshit online. See, his brain is a sponge. He sees this kid that you let him watch speaking a different language that he doesn't even understand, so he's mocking that. That's where the gibberish comes. He also sees this kid whine to get his way, and he repeats that. So let me explain that. There was one morning that she had called me, and while we were on the phone, you could hear his tablet, and it was a child and a man, and they were speaking some foreign language. I don't know what language. And you have a child that's speaking a foreign language that literally the whole time it's, you know, this kid's whining, like, and I was like, what the hell is what does he even want? And she was like, I don't know. So that's what I mean by, like, he's watching another kid that's speaking a foreign language, because that's what she was allowing him to do. I said, I tried to fucking help you, but if it's not Gabi's way, you don't fucking listen. Hence why that you can't keep a friend or a mod. I have been attacked and blamed for shit that you and your dumbass, quote, friends do, yet you never correct it. You don't clear my name, which brings more hate and drama to my life and my kids. But unlike you, I will end this drama. You cry, you want shit to end, yet you just keep it going. It's sad when I sit and listen to Brownie, who I can't stand, and agree with every word that she says. So many people have tried to help you, but nope, if it's not seeking attention and drama, you don't want it. I will say again that you might want to end the shit with Waffles now, because she is going to rip you apart. You even said that you don't have any evidence against her. It was Brownie. Yet you were told that you couldn't prove Brownie was texting you. Yet reading the text, it appears that it was you. Shocker. So quit telling me to stop until you stop. Also, don't ever fucking text me at 6 a.m. running your mouth. Have the day you deserve. She said, have a good day, Jess. One last thing. You're not the only one that texts me last night when I was trying to go to bed. The fuck that you don't text me. How about that? I'm not the one that sent the message first yesterday. Get over yourself, Jess, and do better. Just so that you guys know, I don't know what this audio clip is.
You're right. You're right. I did send you a text telling you to quit fucking telling people you might be pregnant. Because you're like, oh, well, I don't want to get my hopes up, but he did this, and you have fucking baby shit inside the house, but you're like, oh, I can't get pregnant. Oh, well, Aaron should have a swimmer's check. And then, you know, you're telling everybody that you started your period on the 9th, but 2 days before that, when your dog had her fucking nose up your crotch, you said, and no, guys, I'm not dirty. It's not the tuna hut. I'm on my period. So did you start when your dog had her fucking nose up your hooter, or did you start on the 9th? This is why people troll you. Because you make up 50 different fucking stories. But if I see something that is going to trigger, just like a bunch of people were saying shit in your fucking chat and you just ignore it, I'm going to say something. You want to know why? Because that's what a real fucking person does. They don't hide behind you allowing you to do shit like your suck-ass mods do. Okay? And that's why you can't keep fucking friends or mods. Because they get tired of hiding behind your bullshit and covering it up. So you're right. I did fucking text you. And you know what? How did I know you were in bed? Because the night before you were fucking live. Until like 1:30 in the morning. And the night before that. And the night before that. So, no. And when I wake up at 6 o'clock in the fucking morning before I even start my goddamn day, and you're running your fucking mouth, I'm gonna put you in your place. Just so you're aware. Keep it up, Gabi. Keep it up. Because, you know, all the shit you sent me, I could fucking bury your ass with it. So keep it up.
Right. I mean, she's always up. She's always up. So how would I have known that the night before at 11 o'clock, get out of here. She was like, so what, you're blackmailing me? Got it. You were bullied on this app too, Jess, because no matter how much I hated a person or disliked the person, I could never do anything to hurt them or do anything on social media to burn them or hurt them, because you know what? I'm better. I turn the other cheek and I just ignore it. But I guess people are different. And again, I don't know what these are because they're so old. But I was driving my kids to school, and I'm not texting this bitch. I'm not putting my kids and myself at jeopardy just to text her back. So I was doing audio clips.
Again, your comprehension levels are really fucking low. No, I'm not blackmailing you. I'm telling you to shut the fuck up. Quit fucking texting me, because, you know, you gotta have the last fucking word. But, you know, that's not how shit rolls. It's called reality. And it's called wake the fuck up. You know, it's really sad when even your blood sister, who you were so close with, is saying, Gabi, stop. Gabi, stop. Yet you just can't. When the fuck is enough gonna be enough? You know, Brownie played a clip yesterday where you said, this has ruined my family, but I'm not going anywhere. Your man goes to bed alone at night while you're live. He can't get you to sit down and watch a fucking movie with him because you're live. Wake the fuck up and smell the goddamn fucking coffee.
Right, and I don't know how that he's still there.
But see, there you are. You're bullied on the app for this and that. You wouldn't be bullied if you didn't live online. If you didn't show your child. Because, see, something that you failed to understand and comprehend is it was put in the notes with your CPS worker that you were told or advised not to show Cam. So the next time that they come back, they're going to say, well, you've already been warned. And guess what? They're not going to warn you. At some point, you need to wake the fuck up. And if not for you, like, what the fuck ever, do it for your son. What do you think your son is going to do or say when he gets online as a teenager, a young adult, an adult, and he sees everything that is said about him, about his mom, about his family, or when they just attack him because they attack you? Like, what are you gonna do? Just not give a shit? Or are you gonna feel bad? Or, you know, he doesn't come around because he's like, wow, Like, she had the chance to fucking end this all, but she wouldn't and couldn't. Like, at some point, you have to stop. I don't know how many times that you said, I'm done, Jess, I'm done. I'm not going online no more. I'm not going online. I'm working a real job. I only did it for entertainment. Yet, here you are. Why? Because it's an addiction. That's exactly what it is. Straight up, not gonna lie. It's an addiction. You're addicted to the drama. You have
Kristen,
to have the drama.
can you call Ken's and see what
And
she
that's
needed?
not fair to that little boy who is going to live a sheltered life. You laughed hysterically at the fact that he grabbed your phone and acted like, you know, he was some big influencer.
Yeah, it's not till later.
He's talking into it. He's grabbing his iPad and showing it. You want to know why he does that? Because he learns that from you. Because all he sees is his mother on the phone. That's it. That is not fair to that little boy. And if the haters and the fucking trolls aren't going to give you a reality check, then I don't know. Maybe I will. And I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for the future of that fucking little boy that clearly you don't give a fuck about.
So then she says, I would, someone does on social media. Her text, like, I understand my 14-year-old autistic son better than I do her. I would, someone does on social media, maybe people do not agree with, but it doesn't give them the right to do what you're doing and what you just said. I'm sorry that I could dance naked. I could talk about it if I think I'm pregnant, because guess what? I have the right to, okay? You don't have to watch. Nobody has to watch. I don't understand what the fuck the big deal is about people going after me for things that I say on the internet. I have every right of freedom of speech as long as I'm not as long as I'm not freaking not nobody or talking about anybody. I don't see the fucking and it's not getting me really pissed off. I have no clue. Legit. Trying to understand her is like trying to understand, I don't even know. Don't know. I'm done with this conversation. I have to go be a mother and take care of my child and go to work and pay some bills. Your brain hurts? How do you think mine feels? Sorry, kidney me for a second. These are audio clips that have been sent back and forth. There was also a Reddit. I don't know who posted it, but they were saying that that's Cam. So I had kind of jumped her shit and was like, you know, look at what... Hang on, let me see. Okay. But I said, you know, look at what people say about Cam. Why? Because you put him out there. That's not fair to him. See the meme? He's foaming at the mouth, waiting to attack. It's been proven. Parents who blast their children's personal private lives, the child grows up wanting nothing to do with the person who did it. And being that Aaron can't handle or deal with Cam, can't even change him out of a shitty pull-up, you want another child he can't handle / deal with, or can't change their ass. It's called reality. So there was once that she was out doing DoorDash, whatever, and apparently Aaron called her that Cam had shit and in his pull-up, and he couldn't change him because allegedly Cam wouldn't let him. I mean, you're a grown-ass man opposed to a 4-year-old fucking child. You take that fucking kid and you change his diaper, period. And she said that his rash was so bad on his bottom that they couldn't even wipe him. They had to put him in a fucking shower and hose him off. Rinse him off, whatever. There's a problem with that. That's more than just a normal sore bottom. Well, that text was, let me find a date, February 12th at 7:56 a.m. is when I said that. I don't know what you're talking about replay what you said about G. I didn't say anything about her doing that. Tata feeding him. Basically the same that it is now. I mean, it was the mama of demons. What do you mean sent more pics out? Helen, no. Because she says it's normal. And this is like why, you know, all these people seem to fucking have it set in their head that like I'm besties with her. Bullshit. I learned real fucking quick. I learned sorry. Yeah, well, Boots, I literally just said what it was. I was also the one that got her to join Brownie's live right before court. Just saying. Knowing that would, you know, kind of throw the case. How are you scared, but you just joined her live? Fucking go in there. Go talk to her. I don't know who Megs is. Mama of Demons. That it doesn't matter. That's an old number. Rita, less than 2 weeks. Like, I'm not kidding. And I explained that at the beginning. I understand 95% of you weren't in here. Oh, I haven't spoke to her in a hot minute. I don't know who any of the mods are. But so when I modded for her, right off the bat, it was, block the trolls, block anybody that's following the trolls, so on and so forth. So I would block people, and then she would be like, well, don't block this person. I'm like, well, they're following all the, quote, trolls, right? And she turned around and was like, well, just don't, it doesn't matter if they're following them, that they can follow whoever they want. Because as I was blocking the trolls and the people that were following the trolls, that got rid of a lot of her people, right? Right. She doesn't want that because she wants the drama. So one day it would be block them, the next day it wasn't, and there was way too, right, she does want the hate. She does. And the trolls, she does. Is that butterfly? Just the simple fact, so this morning I was playing, like, shit with Laura, find out, whatever, and I really wasn't. Wax says, like, no, but I'm tired of being accused of doing and saying and being part of shit that I'm not. I'm tired of fucking people like, oh, like somebody said in her fucking live yesterday, oh, well, she's still floating in the pool with Gabi, and they're like, I think she is. Wrong the fuck-o. Was I modding last night? No. I have not modded for her since last year. What do you mean? I'm telling all. I don't really, like, I won't even watch her anymore. So, Melissa, I obviously not living there. No, I can't say I have seen her troll herself, right? But looking at the text messages that she sent me, the videos of that she was sending to court, and the way that she texts normally, it does look like it's her. Right, Helen. It does. It looks a lot like her. What about the Great Wolf Lodge video? Like, I legitimately, if I'm swiping through, like, the FYP and she fucking pops up, dude, I can't swipe out quick enough. I did watch Feisty's live the other morning. I think, who was it? Was it Waffles Lawyer who posted it? When she colored that picture, and she was like, there's nobody that's this color, and what, oh my god. She's like, it looks like a gorilla. Nori, the last time that I spoke to her, like, respectfully, like, nicely, it's been a really, 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 really long time. I mean, as you can see, I jumped her shit over the whole, oh, I'm pregnant, oh, I think I'm pregnant shit. That's been a while. So this girl, I've wondered the same thing. What do you mean, Helen? There was nothing that came of her and Florida. I didn't go to Florida to see her. I wasn't even on the same side of the state as her. This is the reason why that I went to Florida. Because my only baby niece got married on the beach of Fort Lauderdale. I was never even remotely close to her. I was in Fort Lauderdale, Miami, Pompano Beach, Hollywood. We did drive up to Orlando, and we did drive up to Cocoa Beach because they have the water that like glows. I forget what the technical term for it. But apparently that's only certain times of the year. So, thank you, Nori. She was a very beautiful bride. Oh, well, so from what I was told, that is why I was in Florida. Then you got this one of him carrying her flowers. I said, oh, you look good with those flowers. But so apparently around Aaron's birthday, I guess it was, there was them doing their vows. I know, her dress was really pretty. And the middle, hang on, y'all. This is my ADHD kicking in. I don't know if I have, like, a good picture of it. But the middle part of it was, like, a corset. I think all of them show her has her flowers there. But the middle part of her dress was like a corset with, and it was like kind of see-through but like lacy. See how there was that one. Oh, there's my sister. She can tell you. That's why I was in that's her daughter. That's why we were in Florida. We didn't go to Florida for Gabi. But so apparently around Aaron's birthday, there's a video where she was picking Cam up to like eat some cake, jello pudding shit that she made. And he sticks his hand down her shirt. First of all, he was never my husband. Never got married. Never even filed for a marriage license. Never nothing. And no, haven't been together in over a year. Nice try. Boots, hang on. Can you play recordings and show? Yeah, I can show the actual text. I was just going to make a video so it would be a little bit easier. So there's the audio clips. Yep, and do you not think that if something was going on that my family wouldn't have stepped in? So, you can definitely exit if you have some problems. My sister can tell you my kids are very well taken care of. I mean, I've already played all the audios. I can replay them. Thanks. I got them done for graduation and prom. They're her school club. Oh, goodness. Play them again. Okay. Okay. Hang on. So, right before court, I want to say it was like the day before, she was in a mad panic. I just told her she would do fine. I understand. I understand, Mel. All I would tell her is she would do fine. Following court, she called me so hysterical. I couldn't understand what she was saying. Besides, she was on repeat saying she was going to unalive herself. I'm assuming at that point, Aaron made her go get checked out. And in there, it says, in her medical things that she sent me, said, because I told her I wanted proof that she got help. If I didn't get proof that she got help, I was calling 911 and reporting her threats of self-harm. So she sent me everything. But in there, she says that she's being harassed and bullied online, but that she had no threats of self-harm. She then asked if I believed if the Attorney General would really come to court. Well, she actually would call him the General Attorney. And I sent her this picture because that's who it shows that's the Attorney General. I don't know if that's current, past, whatever. And I said, I don't know, was this guy there? And she said she didn't know. So, the 31st, January 31st, she starts blowing me up about, wow, how could you do this? Wow, thanks. How could you do this? Like, really, why? Blah, 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 blah. Mind you, this shit's going on until, and she was calling me too, 11:30 at night. I'm sleeping. I have kids. I have to get up at the ass crack of dawn to take my kids to school, unlike you. So now you're just gonna fucking ignore me. Bitch, I'm sleeping. Leave me alone. She sends screenshots of whatever. And she's telling me, I want answers on why you did this. Right here states that... Okay. So, at this point, I don't even know what the fuck she's talking about. Here we go. Now I'm being reported again. Alright, let me restart. Oh, because that was a screenshot she sent to me. And the reason why I put my phone down is because I can't read the text messages through my screen because of all of your guys' comments. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's why, like, I'll put my phone down, I'll read it, and then I'll show it. So that way I can see what's being said. Are you the one she sent? What is CSAM? Bree, we're basically starting over. Oh, no. So, is nothing. It's literally of a tube. Now, rather, that picture was edited. I don't know. You'd have to give me a minute to go through and find the fucking thing, okay? So, she's blaming me of sending Brownie, what was her name? Faith, the letter that Faith wrote for court. She was blaming me for sending that to Brownie. She says, I want answers on why you did this. Right here states that everything in the box, in the green box, asking you not to tell anyone about the doctor, and then the criminal charges against them. And it was on Brownie's page word for word. Who did you release it to? I know it was you because you're the only person that I told that about, so call me and text me back. I didn't talk to nobody. Well, but you know, who said that? Faith ain't shit. You know what's funny is Faith said on a live, I think it was in Nelson's live. Yeah, Salty. Faith said she wanted Brownie to, okay, Southern, got you. Here. Yes. So then I sent her a big, huge, long text. Right, that's why I was moving it, because I can't read it all while it's up here. Yes, Lisa. I said, Gabi, first of all, you don't know shit. It was not me. If I quote told, why wouldn't I have given your hospital papers too? Second, I am beyond fucking tired of you blaming me for shit. When you... Sorry, Sam. When you tell multiple people, from what I've gathered the last few days, either you told Mattress who told Nelson, who told Brownie, or you told Nelson. Third, I don't believe that you're in therapy. If you were in therapy, they would tell you to stay the fuck offline. Fourth, you call me crying about how stressful that this is and how you want to unalive yourself. I tell you, Gabi, you need to stop. No TikTok, no IG, no favorited. For your fucking son, you need to stop. You said, I know, Jess, I'm done. I can't go back after this, because she was so embarrassed that how am I doxing her? Can you tell me? Right. Anyways, so you need to stop. You said, I know. Oh, so she said that she couldn't come back after the court shit because of how embarrassed she was that she lost. Okay. You said, I know, Jess, I'm done. I can't go back after this. You couldn't even make it 7 fucking days. Then, as soon as you get on, you're acting all Adderalled out. You fake called the attorney general. What the fuck do you think that that's gonna do? I think this attorney is right. You fucking love drama. You love the hate. Let me tell you, when your son sees all this shit online about you and him, he is going to fucking hate you, Gabi, because you are choosing the internet drama over your son. I am so fucking fed up with being blamed and accused by these idiots about shit that I'm not and haven't done. But hey, that's okay. I have told you I don't know how many times that you need to stop and leave the app. Do you listen? Nope. Although funny, I told you. Gabi, you can't blame Brownie, Waffles, or Find Out for the calls and texts because you don't know for sure who or where that they came from. Strange that Faith even said the same thing. But you still did. I really wouldn't continue to push this shit with them. You're going to lose, especially if you remotely act the way that you did in court. I would take my happy ass to the court and stop the case with Waffles. Even you said you have no evidence against her. Finally, I also don't appreciate you calling me at 11:30 at night multiple times to falsely accuse me of doing some stupid shit while I'm sleeping. 1, I don't fuck with proton mail. 2, I wouldn't give shit to Brownie. I also find it odd that you call me crying that you want to unalive yourself, but then tell the hospital that you have no thoughts of self-harm or anything. Why didn't you tell them the truth? I do wonder when is enough going to be enough. When you are in jail, when CPS takes Cam, or when Aaron takes Cam and leaves you, or when your son hates you for everything that you have done and you continue to do. See, yesterday you kept saying that they weren't running you off. It's not about them, it's about your family. But you don't see or realize that. Also, a therapist or even a psychiatrist would tell you, Gabi, you have a problem. You love the drama, the intent, and the attention more than your son. You are addicted to the drama. Another thing that proves that you are not seeing anyone. Also, a week ago, you were referred. It takes more than a week to get in anywhere. There are steps and stages you have to complete before seeing anyone. So I didn't want to tell her that, like, what the steps are, you know. Like, you have to go through intake, you have, what, because I didn't want her to be online and be like, oh, well, I did this, so I just said steps and, whatever. Because, see, I am in therapist. I'm in therapist. I am in therapy. I see a therapist. So, like I said, you have to call, you have to wait for them to call you back to do intake. After you do intake, they'll set up an initial appointment. After that initial appointment, then you actually start to get mental help, right? Also, a therapist or even a psychiatrist will tell you have a problem. You love the drama and attention more than your son. You are addicted to the drama. Another thing that proves you're not seeing anyone a week ago, there are steps and stages you have to do to complete before seeing anyone. Also, if you ever want your child to speak, stop with the whiny kid on the iPad who doesn't even speak English. You're teaching your son that bullshit. 1, he sees a child whining to get their way, so he does. He is listening to a language that he doesn't know or understand, and he is repeating that. I am done with the drama and the bullshit. All it has done is bring hate to my name and my family when you don't even remotely listen or take advice that is given to you. Oh, and the other receipt that you sent me for having waffles served is not the sheriff's department. That's a third-party server. See the LLC? That is a privately owned company. Just saying. Oh, and finally, you can't say yesterday that you weren't on anything because the peace fingers, the kissy faces, the jumping around and yelling, that all kind of gives it away. Nearly a year ago, I stuck my neck out to offer you a helping hand because you cried that you wanted it to stop, but you don't take advice. You don't listen. You blame people for shit that they don't do. And for what? For us all to be attacked? Heads up. Brownie and Waffles and Find Out intend to press charges, and that will stick. You lied in the courtroom about the C&D. See, your bestie, Patriot Nana, had already threw you under the bus and admitted it was all fake. Then you say under oath it was all real. Speaking to a lawyer over the phone is not them drawing up a C&D. Also, you clearly showed and proved that you don't have a lawyer, like you continue to tell people, or your lawyer would have done the C&D, not Victoria. Your lawyer would have been at court. Just saying. Good luck. I really hope that you pull your head out of your ass sooner rather than later, before it's too late. Also, the screenshot you sent me does not read word for word as to what was sent to Brownie. And I don't know who you think you are demanding answers, but you're not my mom or my man. Again, I would have sent the screenshot backing up with what I said from my own email, not a Proton. And I know goddamn well that I was not the only person that you told. Okay, thanks. Yeah, I'll play them, Lauren. Can we put our nail over that word so it doesn't get reported? I mean, that's kind of what I was thinking. That's why I like screenshot. Swipe the chat out of the way. No, it's Magic Mike. Boots, I don't know if she did this last one. I know that she did the one in Indiana. I can make a video. It wasn't that when I reached out to her, it was to offer her how, like, Miss Ashley Cat, came to me and was like, oh, Laura's got a new victim, blah, 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 blah. And I had reached out to Gabi and I was like, hey, so I know one of the people that's doing this. I have a protection order against that person. I can show you and tell you how to file. That was me reaching my neck out, because I got on her live and put that out there when I really shouldn't have. I didn't really know what happened in Florida. So she responds back and says, Jess, you are the only one that I talked to about this, so who else could it have been, a ghost? I said, I don't know. I don't even know who the fuck Mattress is, but she knew. Faith knew the other day in Nelson's live, and also said she wanted Brownie and them to see and read the letter. Here's what the fuck the email read. Big fucking difference in the wording. Also, I didn't say a fucking word about you crying that you were going to unalive yourself, which you then told the doctor you didn't have those thoughts. You said that shit as a guilt trip and attention, not caring or realizing that saying that shit can and will trigger somebody. What do you mean that we're all sliding down the wall sobbing tonight? Oh. Well, if it happens and somebody wants to send me a message on here, I'll come in and watch. I then sent her a screenshot of Waffle's lawyer, and that's apparently what the email read. She was like, and what you're doing and saying is not triggering me. Okay, please stop. I said, what is triggering, Gabi? Me calling you out for blaming me for shit that I didn't do or telling you the truth. If that is triggering, you really need help. And if you were actually in any type of mental health services, you would know and understand the meaning of triggering. She said, no, trying to figure out who did it. You're not the only one that I questioned. That right there tells me I'm not the only one that she sent this shit to. She said, but the letter, you're the only one that got Faith's letter, this one. And now, mind you, I then also got a message from Aaron asking how Brownie got Faith and Mel's letter. Well, I didn't even know that Mel wrote a letter. That is the same picture that was shown. I said, oh, bam, right there, Gabi. But you kept saying, and I quote, I know you did it because you are the only one I told. Now you just said that you're questioning other people to find out who did it. Caught in another lie. So whatever. Fuck you. I'm done. Don't call or text me again. She said, I'm seeing 3 different therapists because I am struggling mentally and I am struggling in my medication. So please, I am asking you to stop. Just please, let's just drop this, okay? I am done. I don't want this anymore. I don't want the drama. I'm just done. I'm walking away from everything. I said, no, I'm sure Faith has it. Just like Aaron questioned how they got Faith and Mel's letter. Weird that I never seen or knew that Mel wrote a letter. Yeah, because after she got called out for saying that I was the only one who had it. She said, that's because I never told you about Mel's letter. I never told anyone about her letter. I said, okay, you're walking away from everything, and weird yesterday while jumping around screaming, you kept saying how great you are. How they will never run you off. Here we go. Yes, apparently Mel wrote a letter. Why doesn't it tell me what the restrictions is? Your live contains themes that some may find uncomfortable. Reason violates community guidelines. So should I restart? I did appeal. Oh, we're good. We're good. We're good. It's no longer up there. They took it. I appealed it, and it's now. Nope, it's still there. Never mind. Why is it? It's green. All right, let me restart. There is 0 point in me doing that because it doesn't matter what it is, what type, what anything. One little puff and I sleep. What type, what anything. One little puff and I sleep for 3 days. No, about a month and a half ago, my daughter came home hacking, and I sleep for 3 days. No, about a month and a half ago, my daughter came home hacking, and it slowly came to me, and I went to the doctors. They did a chest home hacking, and it slowly came to me, and I went to the doctors. They did a chest x-ray, and they're like, it's allergies. So, they did a chest x-ray, and they're like, it's allergies. So, Oh, is she? Should we listen in the background? Oh, is she? Should we listen in the background? Should we listen in the background? It's live. Springtime. It is. Oh my god. I don't care. That little white shit that falls from the trees has been killing me and Kristen the last 3 days. Flonase doesn't really help. They just gave me Symbicort to try that. But that shit is so thick. I'll go take a picture of the curb. That it literally looks like snow. It is so bad. And since it started looking like snow, her and I both have gotten 5 times worse. We'll watch you later.
How do you...
Let's see.
And isn't it true you've actually made videos of online of you bouncing off of your vagina, calling it a clam slam, so you can get minors to watch you?
No.
You've never done that before online?
No.
Okay. And isn't it true you've actually made videos of online of you bouncing off of your vagina, calling it a clam slam, so you can get minors to watch you?
No.
You've never done that before online?
No.
Okay. And isn't it true you've actually made videos of online of you bouncing off of your vagina, calling it
that.
And isn't it true you've actually made videos of online of you bouncing off of your vagina, calling it
that is great.
Me, get off the internet.
Of your vagina, calling it
that is great.
Me, get off the internet, Gabi.
What is she on?
It's gonna get real ugly for you. It's gonna get real ugly for you.
What account is she on? What account is she on? F FATO. What is that? Oh, the Gabi fans club. Jesus Christ. FATO. What is that? Oh, the Gabi fans club. Jesus Christ. She's got a fan club. Oh, she's not doing anything. Okay. Club. Oh, she's not doing anything. Okay. Oh, she's apparently trying to clean her house. So she says, okay. Oh, she's apparently trying to clean her house. So she says, it's because I never told you about Mel's letter. I never told anyone. I said, okay, you're walking away from everything, and yesterday... It's because I never told you about Mel's letter. I never told anyone. I said, okay, you're walking away from everything, and yesterday while you were jumping around screaming, you kept saying how great you are, and how they will never run you off the app, and how Gabi is back. You will never actually everything, and yesterday while you were jumping around screaming, you kept saying how great you are, and how they will never run you off the app, and how Gabi is back. You will never actually walk away from the drama. That's why you fake called the Attorney General after freaking out to me from the drama. That's why you fake called the Attorney General after freaking out to me, asking if he was really there, saying you were scared and didn't know what to do. But then asking if he was really there, saying you were scared and didn't know what to do. But then make a joke about it, knowing that is going to get them going again. Right again. If you never told me about Mel's letter, how would I have been the one to tell Brownie when I didn't even know that? If you never told me about Mel's letter, how would I have been the one to tell Brownie when I didn't even know that Mel wrote a letter? I'm trying to keep it to where you don't see her old phone number so that they don't have a reason to report. Then she goes live again. And I said, what happened to staying off? Why does everyone have to apologize, but you don't? That's when she was telling people that people need to apologize to her. She said it was about the vet tech. It wasn't anything else. It was ridiculous. I don't want to talk about it. I don't know who she's talking about the vet tech. I think somebody's telling her that I'm talking about her.
I'm okay. How are you?
Because they said, I don't know who she is.
When do I read?
So here.
What's up?
I'll show that and then I'll read the bottom part. Yep, screenshot.
Nothing much.
I said, you don't have to talk about it, Gabi. They do the shit on purpose. Why? To get a reaction, to get you to do exactly what you did. It's not even about that. Yet again, you're back to being online 24/7, showing your every move in life. Why? If you were in therapy, they would tell you to stay offline because it's a trigger and addiction. After Aaron's birthday party, don't be shocked if CPS comes knocking again for SA and neglect. Another thing, why don't you think that Brownie or them have been live? Their attorney and the Attorney General has built a case against you and Aaron, a federal case, which is a big felony. No joke. Big jail time. Can be taken because you guys are both in jail. And sadly, right now, they will win it. But here's Gabi. Oh, well, I don't give a fuck. I need entertainment. She says, what the heck are you talking about?
Hey, I have no idea. No clue. No clue. Hey, I have no idea. No clue. No clue.
I said, I don't know. I'm sure I spelled it out for you. She said, no, please say. I said, I don't know. I'm sure I spelled it out for you. She said, no, please say it again. Mind you, it's in text. I don't even have to say it. If you don't understand it, back up and reread it. Because you aren't making any fucking sense. I'm doing everything by the law. Reporting income to Social Security. I'm including Aaron's income and everything. So I don't know what the fuck anyone is saying that I'm doing so wrong. But yet again, let's believe the people on the internet because they know my life.
It's over. I'm good.
Well,
I can't wait. Yeah, like putting out laundry. Yeah, this has been stuck in my washer for like days. I'm like, I'm done. I gotta do it.
yummy. It's been stuck in her washer for days, so it probably smells all moldy.
It's good.
She said, well, maybe because you actually don't know what I'm actually done with Brownie and her police department. So maybe that's why she's not live. But I haven't spoken about that because it's someone's fucking business. And then she says live.
Does seem to kind of help, but I took some more meds. See if it will kick in faster.
And this is what I said.
I'm going to do it this way. In hopes that you, I don't know, can understand it this way. I'm saying you don't have to talk about it. Because I know what they're doing. They do this shit on purpose. They bait you, they bait you, they bait you, they bait you. Fuck, you have even said it yourself. They bait you until they get you to explode, like you did last night, screaming, yelling. I wouldn't necessarily say screaming, I'll say yelling. At 12:30 at night at people that don't fucking matter, people that are on the internet while your son is sleeping. They take that and they put it in their back pocket. There's been a few people that apparently have been in contact with a CPS supervisor to say, hey, look, like, this is what she does. This is mentally unstable. And unfortunately, they'll look at it like that. You are letting nobodies get in your head to the point that they aggravate and cause a nobodies get in your head to the point that they aggravate and cause a trigger like that. You have said it yourself. Yet, this is all the same shit that you went through before. You said that you weren't, you were done, but you're right back to it. So they're right back to it. Apparently, whenever Aaron's birthday was, people had videos of Cam sticking his hand in your boobs and playing with your boobs, and they're saying that made you horny. They also have videos from Aaron's birthday where he apparently beat your ass and then grabs a hold of Aaron's face and he's screaming and yelling, telling him to shut up and saying that it's learned behavior. A 4-year-old should not do that, autistic or not. Gabi, when you tell people, do you know what it's like to raise an autistic chick or not? Gabi, when you tell people, do you know what it's like to raise an autistic child? I do. I most certainly do. And you know what my kid has never done? He has never hit me, bit me, and got in my face and screamed at me. He has never hit me, bit me, and got in my face and screamed at me. I understand that autism affects every kid differently, but that is in my face and screamed at me differently, but that is